Hi guys, welcome back to another Music Mondays. This is Stephanie here, and today I have another special guest with me, my friend Justin. Hey Justin, how are you?
I'm good. How about yourself, Stephanie?
I'm good, you know, just living the life.
Oh yeah.
So how's your morning going?
It's been all right. It's hot outside. I'm indoors in the AC, so I could be worse.
Today I wanted to talk about how music can bring people together, like friendships. And I just kind of wanted to emphasize on the importance of online friendships and how people disregard them sometimes as not as important because they're online friendships. So does that sound like interesting?
Yeah.
Okay, so we actually, quotation marks met on Twitter. Um, when was it? Like in 2017, I think.
Yeah, it was right when Epica announced the 2017 Holographic Principal Tour. And I think I know for a fact I encountered it with you first because I looked up Epica set list in the search bar, and I came across one of your tweets and I responded to it, and it kind of just took off from there.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I was complaining. I thought that I had seen that Epica setlist was going to be shorter or something than Lacuna Coils.
Yeah.
And I was complaining because I was like, oh no, like I know it was like a co-headliner tour. So I was like, oh no, like they better not be cutting off songs or anything because I was like, I don't know, it just didn't seem like Epica.
But I remember it was like after the first show, and I was looking up the set list as well because I was curious of what they were playing.
Yeah. And that's when you were like, oh, I think you said I don't think those are all the songs or something. Like it's longer or something like that.
Oh yeah, whoever posted the set list on the website had it incomplete because there
Yeah,
was
yeah.
only like 7 or 8 songs listed.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I was like, it's so weird. And then I was like, oh my God, like thank God. And then we just kind of started talking about Epica, I think for like the rest for like I don't know how long, but then we started following each other eventually. I think that
Well,
day.
technically, we've been talking about Epica the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah. And then just like a little sort of history dive. When did you get into Epica?
I've only been a fan for a good 5 years, which isn't very long. I kind of got help from my brother because he was looking up bands that had classical orchestra sounds in them, and we came across Nightwish and YouTube and Nightwish and whatnot, and then we came across the Unleashed video for Epica and kind of took off from there.
What were your like first reactions? Were you just like mind blown? Or were you just
Oh,
like, huh, like this is pretty
well,
cool? Like,
when I first heard Unleashed, I was like, this isn't too bad. I mean, it is one of their more generic songs,
uh-huh.
and I was like, yeah, this isn't too bad. I might go listen to other stuff. It took a couple days for me to look again because
And
I was
what was
used to Nightwish, and it was like Nightwish at the time was like, wow, Nightwish is cool. All this different sounds.
yeah,
So I didn't know if Epica was all their music was like Unleashed. I'm kind of glad it's not. Not
yeah.
that I hate the song, but it's definitely one of their generic ones.
I feel like people tend to downplay Epic a little bit, like some night people who are into Nightwish. And I know
Yeah.
Nightwish is amazing, they are. But it's like kind of annoying that they kind of downplay them sometimes. Like I don't know if you've noticed, but like reaction channels on YouTube, they'll just like
Yeah.
react to like Sancta Terra with Floor.
Yeah, that's
And
like
I'm
the
and
always the go-to one.
yeah, and I'm like, guys, Epica has better songs than Sancta Terra or like Storm the Sorrow. And like I feel like people like just listen to Santa Terra, I'd be like, oh, it's like it's a good song, but like they watch it because of Floor. And then Storms of Sorrow is a good song, but like you said, it's more, you know, radio friendly, and it doesn't compare
Yeah.
to like the longer songs or like the more underrated songs, and people totally overlook them. Like you said, we followed each other on Twitter, and we became friends, and I think it was pretty cool. I feel like we clicked pretty fast. I feel like it's really cool when you kind of feel comfortable with a person. Like and then eventually they announced the Design Universe, the 10th anniversary tour,
Yeah.
and then we kind of were like, oh, we might go, and then we got tickets, and it's like, I kind of felt like I was just meeting with an old friend,
Yeah.
thinking, oh, like this guy is a stranger or anything.
Yeah. I remember when they announced that tour, like the day they announced it, I asked my friend Josh, who went with me, like, hey, you want to go to LA? And I told him about it. He was like, yeah, I'm down. And this was before I even knew about you going. I was going to go either way.
Yeah, I mean, LA was the closest date to us, and I feel like we couldn't miss this tour. I feel like it was, and I'm glad we didn't, because it was a really, really great show.
And definitely top 3, top 2 shows I've seen.
Yeah.
I mean, they
So-
were like they were fantastic the first time I seen them in 2017, but this, it was just like, whoa.
I know. Hearing Kingdom of Heaven and Resign to Surrender live, I never thought I would hear those. And I couldn't even believe it, even when they were playing it. I was like, wait, am I really here?
Yeah.
So I remember that day, I remember I told you, I was like, oh yeah, I'm already in line. And it was like maybe noon.
Yeah, you were like 5-6 hours early.
Yeah, and you were like, oh, how many people are there? And and then like I remember you guys eventually got there, and I remember you tapped me on the shoulder, and then I was like, oh my god.
You're
I was
looking
like,
at
who
your
is
phone.
it? Huh?
You were looking at your phone, I think.
Yeah, I was on Twitter. I think I was tweeting like, oh my god, like something like I'm so happy to be here or some shit like that. And then I turned around and it was you, and then it was your friend too. And I was like, oh, I was kind of awkward. I felt like it was like a business meeting, because I think that my first instinct was just to like pull out my hand and be like, hello, gentlemen, like, good evening.
Welcome to Epica.
Yeah, it's like I'm the manager. It's like I'm like the fan manager. Welcome to Epica, the experience. So, but I feel like it was probably maybe awkward, maybe like the first couple minutes, like not too awkward or anything. It's just because I'm weird too. And then I feel like we just started talking though, like really quickly, and it didn't feel like it was forced or anything.
Yeah, at first it was awkward, because I'm very anxiety driven. So that was like all small talk for a little bit.
Yeah. But I feel like I told you, it felt like meeting with an old friend.
Yeah.
And that's why some people don't get like they like I told you, some people just say, oh, they're just an online friend, they're not your real friend. But I'm like, you make memories with these people even if you just talk online. Like you have stuff in common with, like, they're actually real people, they're not robots. So it's like you actually build a relationship with these people, and then like if you get lucky enough to meet an online friend in person, it's better too, because you're like, oh, this is what they sound like. Oh, this, you know, people have different, like, I like to read people's body movements like when they're talking. And I don't know if it was, you're gonna say, oh no, like here we go again, because I took a psychology major in college. So I like to read people like that too, like how they move, how they, you know, move their face. And I was like, I don't know, it just felt normal to me. It didn't feel like, oh, you know, it's a stranger from the internet. I just felt like this is my friend from the internet that I've been talking to for 2 years.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really fun. And then, like I told you, I got quiet at times because then I started getting anxiety about the VIP.
Yeah.
Because remember there was this other couple there, but they didn't speak a lot of English. They're speaking more Spanish. They're from Mexico, but they live in LA, I think.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so I was trying to I had anxiety. I'm like, wait, let me talk to these people for like 15 minutes. Then I'll talk to Justin. Then I'll bounce back. It's like I was kind of like splitting my time, and I was like,
Yeah.
And I had met them before, in 2017, and it was the same situation. Like they were in front of me in line, and then we talked, and they did VIP too, and then they've been fans of Epica way longer though. I think since like probably Consigned to Oblivion days.
Oh wow.
So they've been like longtime Epica fans, and they were telling me how the people in Mexico go so crazy for them compared to like the States.
Pretty much anywhere but the States, really.
Yeah.
Especially
I mean, I think
South America.
Yeah. Yeah, like I think LA though, there's a lot of, Hispanics in the area. So like I feel like when I go to LA, it's always like Latinos and white people. That's all I see when I go to like metal concerts.
Latinos are surprisingly metalheads. I mean, there's a lot of them.
Yeah. Oh no, I say because most concerts I've been to, it's always like in Vegas it's mostly white people, but I do see a lot of Latinos too. So I'm like, it's really cool how interesting, like how different ethnicities get into music. And there's nothing like, I'm not saying like, oh, they shouldn't be. Like I just think it's interesting because I remember growing up, people would like other Mexican Americans would tell me, oh, like you listen to that, like your parents are Mexican, like why are you listening to that, like that's not like that's a white people music.
Yeah, I was going to say, back in high school, I used to hang out at the lunch table with cholos, and they would talk about like occasionally like Slayer and stuff, and like punk bands. I was like, oh, that's cool. I mean, I'm not into punk, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but I thought the LA show was pretty good though. Like I felt like the crowd was pretty loud, but I can't imagine what it would be like to go to like a Mexican city and just like experience it there. Like I feel like it would be really crazy.
Would you ever consider going down there to see a show?
I don't know. I feel like maybe like I have an online friend in Mexico City.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give a shout out to her. I don't think she'll listen to this anyway, but her name is Sophia, also. And
is that the Blank Infinity? Sophia?
No.
Oh, someone else.
No, it's another Sophia. Her name's Sophia Sanchez.
Oh, okay.
And shout out to her because she's another one of my online friends. We've been friends for like I think since 2011. We met on Facebook because of music. Yeah. And we've been trying to meet each other in person for years, but my family lives in a different part of Mexico than where she lives. She lives in Mexico City. So I feel like I would only go to Mexico City if like we planned it out and I met up with her, and I stayed with her like for a couple of days or something.
Yeah.
So I feel like I would totally be down to go to like a Mexico City show with her, because I could also go to like Guadalajara, but I don't really know people over there. So I feel like I would feel more awkward just standing there alone, in a different city.
Yeah.
And in a different country. So, I mean, I know I speak the language, but regardless, it feels weird. And then my Spanish is good, but there's some things like I say weird because I feel like I'm thinking in English. And that's how I say it in Spanish, but it sounds wrong in Spanish because like the order of the verbs and stuff is like different. Have you ever met an online friend in person, or was this like your first time?
You were the first time. I mean, I don't go out very much, really. I mean, that show itself is the first time I ever left state to see a show.
Yeah, that's what Epica does to you because you're so good.
Yeah, there aren't many bands I would consider doing that for, but they make an exception.
Yeah. And what were your like thoughts? Where you're like, man, is she gonna be like a secret serial killer?
No, because you're pretty genuine and honest online, so you pretty much how I expected you to be.
I wasn't a disappointment.
Oh, you're just a normal person.
Yeah. That's the side I wanted you to see.
But there other sides I should have been worried about?
Yeah, maybe if we meet again, I will show it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And like, be very afraid. And then, like, lightning in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I think you're the first online friend I've met in person too. I think, if my memory's not failing me. But I always thought it would be really cool to meet other people. And how we mentioned, we fantasize about like getting all the friend group on Twitter, like the Epica Twitter, and
Universal Listening Squad.
Yeah, like we want to like get everybody to meet up at a concert one day, but it's gonna be, I don't know. It would have to be for like an Epica anniversary show or something for like everyone to save up money and somehow make it out there.
That would be so hard to pull off too, because everyone's all over in different countries.
Yeah, I feel
there's me and you and Kevin out here. Everyone else is in Europe and stuff and Latin America.
Yeah, but I feel like for anniversary shows, you have fans travel all the time from different parts of the world.
Yeah.
So I was talking with Sebo. He's from Germany. I think you follow him too.
Yeah.
And I was talking to him on Instagram, and he was like, "Oh, we have to save money for the Epica 20. If they do like a 20th anniversary like show."
Yeah.
And it will probably be in the Netherlands. It has to be.
More than likely.
So I'm like, man, I gotta save money because I'm hoping Netherlands would be cheaper than like London, but I have to save money, and it would be cool to like just fly out for at least maybe 5 days or something.
Yeah.
And just like, go to the show, meet the friends, whoever can make it. I swear, if we pull it off, I'm gonna bring t-shirts.
You should.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get everyone's size.
As a matter of fact, you need to start designing some logos now.
I know, but if they were to do a 20th anniversary tour, it would probably be in 2023. So I got like 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that would be fun. So, did you would you feel comfortable meeting more people online? And like for you, what do online friendships mean to you? Because we know in the age of the internet, some people can feel more alone and they find it easier to talk with people online.
Yeah, I would definitely meet more people. I originally made my Twitter account because I'm a fan of the Minnesota Vikings football team, so I follow quite a few people in that too. And there's been plenty I've talked to over the years. And they just seem like cool, genuine people. I wouldn't mind sitting down and having a chat with. I try to follow more real people instead of these bot type people who post things for attention.
Yeah, same here.
I tweet my Twitter kind of like a journal sometimes. I kind of try to find people in the same boat.
Yeah. And like I was saying, you feel comfortable with those people, even if it's online. It just kind of brings you a comfort to know that those people have the same interests as you.
Yeah.
I follow some Doctor Who accounts on Twitter because I don't have friends who watch it. In my real life, I have 3 friends, that are my best friends, that are very close to me. And I'm lucky that they're the same friends I had in high school. I was very picky with the people I talked with,
Yeah.
And I feel like I did a good job because they're still my friends and we're really close. But we have, all 3 of us have nothing in common. Nothing. We I mean, we have in common that our personalities vibe and we're like best friends, you know, like we all love each other. But
Yeah.
like we don't have the same music taste or anything like that. None of them watch Doctor Who or they don't like metal music. So it's always funny how like you know, I love them, but it also feels really refreshing that to find people online who you vibe with.
Yeah.
So thank you, Justin, for joining me. I hope people enjoy listening to us talking about this. And like I said, I feel like online friendships are important for that reason. It's great finding people to have, you know, stuff in common with. And I was really happy we met in January, and hopefully we meet again.
Yeah, definitely do another Epica show.
Definitely. And okay, even if we don't meet the other people, but I'll just make shirts for us, and then we'll take a selfie with them.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely get a pic this time around.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why I forgot. I think I was just nervous. Like, it was too much for me. It was like, oh, I'm meeting him for the first time. Oh, there's a concert. Oh, there's Isaac and Kuhn coming. And then I just forgot about the whole like picture.
Yeah. I told you before that I was gonna ask you, but I didn't know if you were willing to, so I didn't bother.
No, I'm always willing to. I just forgot. Like I was just so in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but thank you, and yeah, hope people like listening to this, and you have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Take care. I hope I didn't sound too much of a mook.
No, you sounded fine. All right, so thanks, guys, and if you like listening to this, give us a thumbs up or comment in the comment section and tell us if you've ever met an online friend and how did it go. All right, we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.